How many times have we seen this? Groups of motorcycle riders, not street motorcycles, but motorcycles that were made to be ridden off-road, on the trails, in the dirt, in the woods, or wherever. They are not legal to be driven on the roads because they have no lights, no blinkers, and they cannot be registered as a road bike. But on a peaceful sunny day in upstate New York, a large group of riders decided, we're going to take over this neighborhood. We don't care what these people are doing. And this is what happened.
There's one more bike down. Who would have tailed that, Sarge? Huh? Who would have tailed that group? Yo, they're I know the guy on the spot. They're all I tried to stop them. One bike crashed into him. This guy who's riding his bike crashed into him to the ground with Michael. Alright, so what did they go? Alright, they went north and they turned around. I'm alone. Okay. They went north and
So when a New York State trooper encountered them, he tried to stop them, which was fruitless. Forget it. It's not going to happen. There's too many of them. But apparently his cruiser bumped one and the bike fell over. And as you saw, the kid was trying to wrestle the bike away from the trooper as the other motorcycle riders surrounded him. This is the new norm in society today. We see it all over the country. I see it in the state I live in, which is Rhode Island. We see it in Manhattan. Yes, that's right. Manhattan, New York City, where large groups of dirt bikes are flying up and down the roads through red lights, disrupting traffic, riding on sidewalks. And this is the way that we have to live now. The police cannot catch them, and if they do, they're being arrested and let out with a slap on the wrist. Sometimes they'll lose their motorcycle to forfeiture. Sometimes they'll be given it back. And what can we do? Nothing, because the political leaders of today don't care. This happens in every state in our country, in every city and town, and I'm pretty sure you have seen it. In Rhode Island, as a matter of fact, people have been pulled from their cars and assaulted at red lights because they wouldn't let the motorcycles go in front of them. Okay? This is the lawlessness of the United States of America, where, again, our political leaders could care less. The police are so outnumbered, especially by groups like this, that they have no choice. Now, in that clip right there, I don't know if anybody was arrested, but you saw all the other state troopers coming. And when they got there, all the bikes were taking off. So maybe they seized one motorcycle, maybe they arrested one or two people, but it doesn't matter. In New York, especially with Governor Kathy Hochul, you can do just about anything you want with next to zero consequences. And this is the woman, Kathy Hochul, who is a big supporter of Kamala Harris. And we all know Kamala Harris does not like the police. We all know Kamala Harris loves the open borders. And we all know Kamala Harris will continue the destruction of our country if she is elected to the White House. Quite frankly, this needs to stop, not only to protect law enforcement, just to protect the public in general. You could see the riders on people's lawns, on the sidewalk, just circling in the road, and they're doing this all over the place, again, with zero consequences. We need political leaders today who are going to crack down on these activities. I had a dirt bike growing up. I loved it. And yes, I'll admit, I rode it on the street just to get through my neighborhood into a wooded area where I could ride. The purpose of me having that bike was to ride it off-road. But I was a kid. I was 14, 15 years old. The bike was not street legal. And thank God I didn't harm anybody. I wasn't hurt. And the police, well, they really didn't seem to care because back then they knew we were just trying to get off into the woods to ride. Today, these kids are buying these bikes not to ride in the woods, not to go trail riding with their buddies. No, they're buying them to wreak havoc on communities such as that in upstate New York. When is enough going to be enough? When are these political leaders going to do something and crack down on these activities? The answer is they're never going to if someone like Kamala Harris gets in the White House. Because we all know, again, she loves illegal immigrants. She loves taking care of them. We know New York City, Eric Adams loves taking care of the migrants, illegal immigrants, whatever you want to call them. I believe they call them newcomers. People have had it. You can't even be in your home on a beautiful day. The peace and quiet of your neighborhood, you can't enjoy it because it's groups like this will just destroy everything for everyone. It's time to crack down and stop these activities. If they want to buy the bikes, God bless them. It's great for the economy, but ride them where they were meant to be rode.